It's good, everyone. It was a two nap Sunday for me. A two napper, a two a day. I can't believe I took two naps, and it's not like two power naps. It's like two 2 hour naps. I think I spent like 4 or 5 hours today napping. It was fucking glorious. No regrets. Anyways, let's get right into it. This is a continuation of the other part I did. Today I'm doing my top 15 strengths, just because I think I'm fucking adorable when I'm being a little cocky. If you feel like that, if you enjoy that, if you enjoy someone talking about how they're good or great or even excellent at some things, obscure things, not so not like common topics. These are some unique topics that I'm going to be going about. But yeah, I hope you get a kick out of this. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, my top 15 strengths. Number 1, small talk. I'm pretty fucking good at small talking, whether it's with people I've known for a long time or whether it's people I just meet on the street. Like, it's almost like I am that guy who loves getting into a fight with strangers, but it's not a fight, it's small talk. Like just come at me. Come at me with an elevator chat, Come at me with like this fucking line at Whole Foods. Come on, bro. Just come at me. I know, right? I will like yeah. I'm that guy that welcomes talking with strangers. I don't know. I just find myself pretty good at talking about I'll talk about anything too. I'll talk about weather. I'll talk about weather nonstop. I'll talk about sports. I'll talk about hell. I'll even be a little inappropriate. I'll talk about politics. But the thing is, I won't show you my true colors. I'll just keep supporting what you believe in. If you're far left or far right, I'll just like keep like going. My whole shtick is the small talk. So it's like, yeah, whatever to get the small talk to keep going. I'll be Antifa. I'll be a neo-Nazi. Whatever it is, bro. Small talk, number 1. Number 2, I am a fantastic party host. House parties, summer barbecues. It's been like I think I've had set myself up for a great career, both in New York and back in LA. New York mostly when the last few years, especially in my previous place when I had a nice backyard. It was great. It was near epic levels in terms of fun, people, food. Like such a good party host. I don't know. And my parents get annoyed at me because I just throw these big parties, and they get annoyed. They get annoyed because like I'm doing so much when I don't have to do it. Like it's not like I have to throw these parties, not like work related or anything. But then I'm just like, how can you get annoyed at me for having fun, for throwing big parties when my whole life was just a big party? I mean, I grew up in the church, and I had to be like part of like most of my meals with people that's just outside of family has been with like church functions, Sundays and weeknight evening meetings, like Bible studies and group cell meetings and whatnot, and just like Sunday picnic church services. And like, so you're gonna get annoyed at me for being a good party host? How does that even make sense? That's my parents. They're just silly. Number 3, top 15 strengths. Number 3, these are no particular order. Being funny on our first date. I think that's really the origin story. If I were to be an Avenger, my origin story is that I thought I was pretty funny on first dates, on dates with girls and with young women, and with not so young women. I thought like, okay, this is my gamma ray Bruce Banner moment. I think I can do an open mic. I think I'm pretty funny on dates, so I might as well try an open mic. I think being the key to being funny. I like to think I graciously accept this award. I like to thank my manager for. No, I think the key to being funny on a first date is just like it's just the right amount of everything, right? It's a salad bar. Girls love salads. Just the right amount of variety, right? You have to be a little cocky, but you have to be a little goofy and little self-deprecating. You have to also get them involved. You know, you can't be just talking about yourself and your silly jokes the whole time. You have to, and sometimes it takes a little bit of effort and a little time, a little trust to get them to talk about themselves. But once you do, then it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think that's really the key to being funny on a first date. I'm a great fucking first date, not so good on second dates. Number 4. This is a unique one. I'm already laughing. All right, let me get ready for this. Let me have my citron honey tea. Oh, there we go. Number 4. Containers. One of my strengths is it. That's all it says on my list. That I have written down in front of me. Containers. All right, let me break it down for you. I have this weird knack. This weird just it's just who I am. I've been like this since I was a kid. I'm good at just reusing, recycling, repurposing, just like containers. Like literally, I just got a new phone, and the phone came with a nice box. I'm already like, I don't care for the phone. I already like drooling over the phone, the box that the phone came in. You know, like it's like, the phone's whatever. It's a Google Pixel 4a. It's like a budget Pixel phone. It's pretty nice, but I don't care for the phone. I care for the box. I'm like, we're gonna use this nice little box. What I'm gonna put in? I'm gonna put paper clips in it. I'm gonna put pins in it. And I've always been like that. I've always been weirdly drawn and always like trying to reuse containers. Like this is embarrassing to admit. But this is kind of the level I go to. Like those little pill containers, you get from your doctor. You get prescription meds or whatever, and they're nice, they're small, they're colorful, they're usually like orange or white, whatever, right? I got one that's orange. I use that as a flask. I use it as a flask to pregame or postgame, whatever. I fill it up with like vodka or whiskey and just put it in my little bag, my little messenger bag, my man purse. And hold on one sec, let me wipe my nose. I got so excited they're talking about containers, my nose started running. No, I use little pill container as little pill plastic jar as a flask. What else have I repurposed? I mean, you'll see random places. I mean, it goes without saying, random Amazon Prime boxes as like storage under the bed. Dude, container store, fuck man. I would work for them for free. Dude, I should do that. Maybe that'll be my new career, my next career. Maybe that'll be like a hobby or a side hustle. Just like, hey, can I work for you guys for free? Anything you want me to do. The container store. I would love to work for you guys. Can I do your marketing? Can you do your merchandising? I'll just do a podcast on boxes. Dude, I love boxes. That's probably why. I have something else that's related to this. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spoil it. Let's go into number 5. Number 5 top 15 strengths for Tommy Danger. Number 5. I'm just great with kids. Specifically, I'm great with kids from ages 5 to 12. It can't be more than 12. It gets, a little hormonal, teenagey, and for both genders, for all genders for that matter. And a little bit under 5, it's a little too babyish, where it's like, ugh, did you go poo poo? Did you go poo poo? Or we gotta change your big boy, big girl underwear. And I'm great with them for exactly 45 minutes, not a minute more, not a minute more. Reason being, I mean, back in my church days when I was a good Christian boy, I used to help out a lot. I was very involved with the church, and I was very involved with their Sunday school. Basically, I was a Sunday school pastor, And it's kind of weird and cringy to admit that, but that's true. That's just who I was back then when in my 20s. I was a very involved, very dedicated Sunday school kind of guy. And I led the children's ministry. We had a couple of teachers, volunteers, and we had like summer vacation Bible school. That was a hit, of course. Come on, it's me. It's not Jesus, it's me. And all credit to me. But yeah, those were some great times, and I just have a knack with kids because kids are just the best thing. Because you make a kid laugh, then like all your sins are forgiven or something like that, right? It feels so good, and it feels so good to yeah, kids are just something, aren't they? But yeah, after 45 minutes, it's kind of like it is exactly like first dates. Like after a certain time period, I'm no longer good. I get spoiled. So what I'm saying is women are children. Number 6, teaching. I'm pretty deft. I'm pretty skilled at teaching. I think if there's a topic and I'm just very organized and visual aids and examples and give me a topic, whether it's something I already know or something I don't know that I can learn and find out a way to teach people. And it's like figure out who am I teaching to, who are the students, who are the people learning, so on and so forth. Being instructional, being educational, being informative, but also being personable. The human element, you can't forget that. And also have always be open, be always being open to a teachable moment, even if you are the teacher, it doesn't matter. So teaching, I'm pretty good at teaching. Number 7, let me teach you about my strengths right now. Number 7, just a more just a not so much of a it's no longer a common skill, but I guess it is one of my strengths. I can drive stick. I could drive a stick shift. Talk about being gay. Yeah, I had 2 cars. They're mostly the time I was in LA. The time here in New York, I haven't had a car. I kind of want to get a car again, but just as a hobby, just mostly for recreational purposes. But yeah, yeah, I miss driving stick. I miss and from what I'm seeing, from all the car YouTube videos I watch, when I'm not napping 5 hours a day, yeah, it seems like manual transmission stick shifts are no longer that big anymore. But yeah, if you happen to have an old car that's a stick shift, and that was really funny because um, one of my first jobs, the very first office job I ever had, I was kind of like the accounting clerk there, and my office manager, um, she she said, "Can you do us a favor?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." She's like, "Can you stop by one of our vice presidents' home because she's on sick leave. She's kind of taking some time off. She's working from home. And can you take her car to get serviced? It's a You drive a stick shift, don't you? Yeah, sure. So yeah, this car's a stick shift. So yeah, yeah, just do us a solid and take her car to the service and take it back to her home. That's all it is. I was like, okay, cool, easy enough. So I do this, and that was a BMW M3. If you don't know cars, this is kind of like a $80,000 car. Even back then, this is a pretty important sports car. And for me to like to be handed the keys from this nice lady that I barely knew back then, she's like, "Okay, thanks. Hey, here you go. The garage is back there. Okay, just put it back when it's serviced and all done." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I opened the garage. It's just a brand new BMW M3. It's a corporate lease for her. I was like, wow. And I drove it. I drove it to the little to the service center and back. That was one of the most memorable days I had. But yeah, driving stick. I can do that. I'm still good at it. I know I'm still good at it. It's like riding a bicycle. Kind of want to maybe I'll transition that to getting a motorcycle. We'll see about that. I've been talking about that. Number 8, going along with driving. I'm great at long drives. If you need a friend, I'll probably say no, but still, if you need a friend to go on a long drive with, maybe you're moving, maybe you're just want to go on a road trip. Oh, road trips are nice. I'm just great at long drives. Um, Particularly, I don't need uh, much stimulation. Like I don't need music. I'm not really a music kind of guy to begin with, which is pretty weird to say. I'm fucking Vision. I'm fucking like an AI robot. I don't need music. I don't listen to music that often. I'm just trying to say that. Um, but yeah, I've done one cross country road trip by myself, LA to New York, LA to New Jersey, and yeah, I didn't even listen to much music at all. Maybe a little bit of audiobooks. That's about it. And I just get in that flow. I just get in that zone. I'm one with the land. I'm like a Native American, but with the stick shift car. What is this? I don't know. Number 9. It's a callback. There's a connection here. Number 9, top strengths, top 15 strengths. I'm great at moving. It has to do with containers, and it has to do with driving, a long drive especially. Yeah, I'm good at moving. I'm like that. Like it's like Tetris for in real life in 3D for me. Get like boxes from Home Depot. You know, put the boxes together, tape them all up. And start putting places and things in. And I'll be fucking creative too. I'll be like using your comforter and blankets and pillows as cushioning for anything fragile, like like for your TV. Like I'm like 20% Mexican. I'm like 20% Polish or Hungarian. I'm like doing blue collar work here. That's so bad. I'm so horrible, but I am good at moving. I moved to this apartment last summer by myself. I thought about getting movers. I had movers to move before 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And yeah, I wasn't really impressed by their service. And it's just considering like how little stuff I have. So I was just like, you know what? It's going to be a hard day, but I'll just do it by myself. So I just got to beat up a van rented for the day, and I just moved everything by myself. I have a bed, I have a couch, like a two-seater. Do they call it a love seat? A little couch, which is great because I could disassemble it. Having disassemblable furniture is like the best thing. It's like real life. You're just living on Legos, and just take it apart, throw it into the back of a truck, back of a van, and then haul it, throw it all out, and put it back together. It's easy moving. It's easy to maneuver it. One person, right? I wish everything. I think that's my next goal. Everything I'm gonna own is like disassemblable. Have a disassemblable coffee table, disassemblable life. Really. Number 10. Oh, this is a good one. Number 10 out of top 15 strengths of Tommy Danger. Number 10, I am a fucking great drinking buddy. Um, like I am a great hang with bars, late night, getting lit. I will get lit with you. We'll both be throwing up on the street. It's pretty gross, but sometimes only drinkers understand. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's the landscape. Okay, I'm just describing you to the landscape. Um, and yeah, I'll make sure I'll throw your ass in a cab. Make sure you get home okay. Make it text you the next day. Yo, you good? Like if we're gonna go for it, if we can go the distance, so to say, it's like, all right, let's get another one. All right, let's go. Let's go to another place. Let's do it again. All right. Granted, of course, I haven't had too many opportunities and contexts in the last year to do this, but still, every now and then when the opportunity shows itself, yeah, I'm on board. There's something about it that I see it as both as a sport, as a challenge, as an adventure, as a call to friendship, a call to loyalty, a call to there's something noble about being a good drinking partner, you know? It's like it's its own like risks and rewards involved, you know, and also it's like in one way I'm trying to romanticize it. Another day, it's also like if you're gonna be, you know, let's be miserable together. Don't be miserable by yourself. You're gonna get drunk. Don't be drinking by yourself. It's you know, drink together, and that's the kind of guy I am. And whether it's people I've known, friends I've known for a long time, friends I haven't seen in a while, just new people. And here's another thing. Here's another thing. The one time I was on a date, and I don't even remember who I was with, but the girl, the date, whatever. I guess I wasn't funny enough, but yeah, or maybe she wasn't funny at all. But I remember we were at a bar. Yeah, I think it was like Thursday. Thursdays are pretty crazy in New York and Manhattan. I don't know if it's like that in every city, but definitely in Manhattan, Midtown, Thursdays get a little wild. Thursday evenings, pre-pandemic, of course. And this one burly, I mean, I'm 5'8", so you know it doesn't take too much for a guy to be towering over me. But this one burly dude, ethnically ambiguous, one of those guys, you know, very very lightly terroristy guys, was just like having the time of his life. Good for him. It's Thursday night, Thursday evening, you know, in Midtown, you know, right across, literally right across the street from what is it, Penn Station. And so yeah, have at a boy. But I was either trying to get a couple around, get around for myself and the young woman I was with, or I was about to close my tab. Either thing. I was just standing next to him. I wasn't like crowding him and anything. But yeah, he was just like so happy to see me for something, as if he knew me, and he's just like putting his like log of an arm around me. And I have to say, like, I wasn't feeling it, you know. I wasn't feeling it. I didn't have that many drinks at myself by then either. But I don't think I was. I think I could have told him off, or I could think I could have been a little bit more firm in the pants. No, could have been more firm in the sense like, hey, buddy, you gotta tone it down a little bit. You know, you know, just calm down here. But no, I let him have it. I let him have his moment. Because one, I'm a pussy. Two, just like I understand. I'm a good drinking buddy. I understand where you are right now, mentally, emotionally, physiologically. I know where you are, and if I were to, you know, stiffen up, if I were to be very defensive or confrontational, then I would be making a scene, and it doesn't do anybody good. Just emotions and adrenaline, and you know, just hands up and all that. That's not going to be good. So I just allowed him to have his moment and just kind of slithered away because I'm fucking spineless. Number 11. Number 11. I am good at changing. In the sense of slithering. Speaking of slithering away, I am good at very deep personal change. So let's go over the deep personal changes I've made in my adult life. I left religion. I used to be very, very devout Christian. I'm not. Two, I legally changed my name. Well, it used to be my phonetically misspelled Korean name, but now it's, you know, it's a Western name. The name that I was given when I was, you know, basically when I was 5 years old when I came to this country. Three, not so much. A lot of people do it, moving from LA to New York. Meh, whatever. Four, I would say like I got through a divorce. Okay, got through a divorce and realized, yeah, marriage is not for me. Done deal. Moving on. Next. What else is there in life? Mushrooms. What else is there? What other kind of deep personal change? I don't know. What's left? Should I become a woman? Should I join a cult? Should I start a cult? I should start a cult. Number 12. Yeah, this list is getting weaker and weaker as we get deeper into it. Facial hair. The fuck is that, Tommy? Facial hair. For an Asian man, for an East Asian man, for a Korean man, my facial hair is its own. It's on its. My facial hair not only has its own agenda, it has its own political action committee. It has its own its own. My facial hair's chief of staff has its own chief of staff. It's just on a rampage. I don't even have trimmers. I have scissors. I have like hair trimming scissors I have in my bathroom, and I just have at it. Go to town like once a week, and it just goes whoop, right back. It's on a roll. It's been on a roll for the last 5-10 years, and it's something about facial hair and being middle aged. It's just on another gear. So not that I'm trying. It's just it's something nice to have, I guess. If I didn't have all this beard, mustache, whatever, that's the fuzzy caterpillars that's just living on the lower half of my face. Yeah, I'd be looking like a very sad and weird 40-year-old who looks like he just graduated from college. Number 13, all-nighters. I am a man of the nocturnal. Right now it's almost 1 a.m. and I feel like, especially because of the 2 naps I had today, a little bit more of this citron honey tea. There you go. There's your daily reminder. There's a reminder to remember to stop and have a cup of tea and enjoy yourself. Be feeling yourself, and that's what I'm saying. All nighters. Whether that's play, drinking, hanging out, whether that's parties, or even like trips and just being out late, or whether that's work, doing all nighters at work, just trying to meet deadlines. I'm not really good at deadlines, but I am really good at looking at like I'm meeting a deadline. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like great at meeting deadlines, but I'm great at procrastinating so that I look like I'm working hard. I'm that kid back in school who's like always at the library at 2 a.m. Why couldn't you study earlier, Tommy? Why couldn't you study at 2 p.m.? It's just all theatrics. Number 14, going in line with the whole sleepy or sleeplessness thing. I'm rather uncomfortable at how comfortable I am about this. I'm comfortable with sleeping in weird places. Not talking about like one night stands and hooking up and waking up with like, who is this person? Where am I? Not like that, but like, I can like taking a nap at a park on a grass lawn. Like that's nice. That's not even a weird place, although it could be a little weird and sketchy in New York City. But but still, like I've slept in not even like trains or buses, not even like I have slept on the street once. That's a funny thing to admit. Okay, let me this is a little tangent. I was what, 24, 25, 26 years old, 25, somewhere around there, right around that. Like quarter life crisis area where I had the hugest crush on a girl, and I realized this is not gonna work out. There's nothing coming back to me. I haven't even had a date with her. We probably hung out a few times, but not like a date. And everyone knew, all my friends, all her friends knew that I had the biggest crush on her, and I knew I had to let it go, but I knew like it was like a year-long crush, and I was, oh yeah, I'm just all over the place with this. I'm just gonna deep dive right into it. So her name is Sophia. That's her actual name. Sophia, I met Sophia where it was kind of a double date / just friends hanging out. It was me, my buddy, the female friend I knew, and then Sophia. I didn't know Sophia before that, and that's how I met her through one of our mutual friends. And I think that my buddy first thought that Sophia was cute, so I think he was trying to ask her out, but I was also kind of in the game. I was like, no, I'm a GM. I'm gonna pick her first round with the lottery pick. I'm the Knicks. I'm gonna get her, and I'm gonna ruin her. Yeah, it was like polite, gentlemanly competition, you know. And I think both of us struck out more or less, but I was more of the long term run. I feel like I was the more of the. It's like okay, just bide my time, figured out trying to hang out with her, and I think she was like enjoying the attention, but also not trying to give away too much. Like she would show up randomly to like the house parties that I would throw, fucking amazing house parties. Like who wouldn't come up to a pull up to a Tommy Danger house party? Fucking A. Those were the best. And what else? Yeah, I think eventually I try to give her a care package, so to say, and deliver it to her. I have no idea what kind of psychological things, psychopathical things that I put into that box. Maybe a dead bird. Who knows? Um, Dead bird with Hello Kitty stickers. Who knows? But yeah, it's I tried to deliver that. It didn't happen, and boo hoo hoo. I want to commemorate. This is how uber depressing, serious 25-year-old chubby skinny guy I was back then. Now I'm just a 40 chubby skinny guy, but back then, I was like, okay, let's just do something crazy and solo and so low, not as by myself, but it was also kind of low. But let's go for a walk. Yeah, let's go on an all-nighter walk. Two, and let's just see how far I can walk. And if I have to take a nap, I'll take a nap on the street, sleeping in weird places. Um, so I walked from, if you know LA geography, back then I used to live in Monterey Park. I walked from Monterey Park. I wanted to get to all the way to Santa Monica Beach, which is a good 20 mile, 25 miles, somewhere around. It's clear across town, all the way across. I mean, think about that drive on the 10 freeway. I was going to do that on foot, mostly via Wilshire Boulevard. I think I made it to like just past mid Wilshire. I think I made it to like 15 miles, I want to say, before I walked 15 miles over like 5 hours of walking. And it wasn't 5 hours of walking doesn't sound, in some ways doesn't sound that long. Does the math make sense? So that's, what is that? 15 miles over 5 hours. That's 3 miles an hour. That sounds about right. 3 miles an hour, because it's about just about a mile every hour. And yeah, I think somewhere around mile 10, because this is also like fucking like from 1 a.m. to like 6 a.m. And around like 4 a.m. I think I was just too tired, not from the walking, well, the walking too, but it was also middle of the night. And then I just sprawled out on the street, not on the street, not on the sidewalk, but like, there's a building, and then there's like a signage of the building, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wilshire Boulevard, the Pizza Hut building, whatever it is. And it's just a signage, right? And I just sprawled out behind the sign. And this is LA. This is probably like spring or fall, whatever. It's mild. LA barely gets below 60 degrees, right? If at that. And so, yeah, I just slept on the street for like a good 20, 30 minutes, and it was one of the best naps I ever had. But that's what I do. That's the things I do. I used to, back in college days, I used to sleep in the bench where all my friends would hang out. So I just, had a morning class and just sleep there on the bench. But this is not like sleeping in a grass lawn, but it's not a fashionable place to sleep. It's kind of weird. And my friends just giggling, finding me sleeping on that bench. But that's what I do. Number 15, the last one, and I don't know. I think this is more of a projection and trying to will it to become true. Teaching myself a new skill. If only I actually do it. I'm actually pretty good at it, but if I only actually do it, I've mostly taught myself how to drive stick. Yeah, that's kind of true. Someone kind of showed me the basics, but I figured it out pretty much on my own. What else? No, I didn't teach myself how to have facial hair. No, I didn't teach myself how to do all-nighters. That's just kind of a habit. Just naturally good in that, quote unquote. Let's see. I taught myself. What are some skills? Podcasting, figuring out how to podcast. That's one. Figuring out how to interview people when I have them on my podcast. That's two. Taught myself how to have a fun blog. I should get back into blogging, having a fun blog. A fun blog. Yay. It's 1999. Yeah, it's more of a let me give you another one. I don't feel that's good enough. Here, a little bit more Sichuan honey tea. Top 15 strengths. Number 15, here it is. Coffee in the morning. I am the coffee man. So if we go you hang out with me, do an all-nighter with me, drink with me, and you crash at my place, or I'm crashing at your place, or we're in a group together, we travel together, I'm that morning coffee guy. I have to do it. I have to do that. Whether it's making coffee at the place we're staying at or go out and getting coffee. I am your coffee man. That's just my role. I'm the coffee dude. I'll take everyone's Starbucks orders the night before, or maybe the morning of. Check in with people. Hey, you want coffee? I'm gonna get coffee. I'm that guy, and I'm agnostic. It could be Starbucks. It could be Dunkin' Donuts. It could be Pete's. It could be whatever chain or not even a chain. Sometimes I'm that guy that's drawn to coffee. That's like a local thing, like its own thing. Oh, this is interesting. I get disappointed when I find out I like this coffee place and it's a chain. It's like that loses its lure if it's a chain. But yeah, I've always been good about that, and I think people love me. People appreciate me about it. I don't know. Did you enjoy this episode? I hope you did. If you, well, there you have it. Don't forget to be silly. Peace. Hey there, hope you enjoyed that episode. My social media, if you'd like to follow, please follow. That helps me out. Is Tommy Danger FYI across all channels, most channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, things like that, YouTube, Tommy Danger FYI, or just Google that. You'll probably see whatever social media of choice comes up. And more importantly, just hit me up, drop me a line, say anything. Say like, hey, I like that episode because, hey, I didn't like that episode because. Those things mean a lot to me, and I cherish all those. Anyone who drops me a line because of my podcast, that was great, that was horrible, whatever it is. I'm just an ass whore for attention. It's what I do. It's why I do what I do. If you think that you're Gabby and you're a conversationalist like myself and you want to be on this podcast, drop me a line. If you know someone who would be a good guest, drop me a line. And or requests, ask me a question, things like that. Drop me a line. Tommy Danger FYI. Thank you so much for listening. Be strong. Peace.